Hi, I'm Dennis Snow, and this is Speaking of Service Excellence. One of the strategies for improving customer loyalty is this: expand the product to include the entire experience. Expand the product to include the entire experience. Every organization, every company has their product. So in a restaurant, it's the food. In a store, it's the merchandise. In a bank, it's the financial products. So every organization has the products that they sell. But there are also the processes that customers have to go through in order to get that product. So it could be making an appointment, it could be parking a car, waiting in line, all of those things plus many other things. So there are a lot of processes that customers have to go through in order to get your product. And I believe that's what we're really selling, is that entire experience. So expand that product to include the entire experience. That's the differentiator. I'm going to show you a short video clip from a presentation that I think validates that point. And when we come back, we'll talk about what that means in terms of the actions we can take in our own businesses.
Just about everybody in the room raised their hand when I asked them if they'd been to Disney World. So I'm going to ask you in your minds to project yourself to Disney World, into one of the Disney parks, whatever your favorite place there was, all right? Magic Kingdom, Epcot, whatever it is. And you're walking around. And here's my question for you, and just call the answers out. Call them out as loudly as you can. What were some of the things that impressed you about Disney World? What were some of the things that stood out? Anybody? How clean it was? Good. What else? The friendly people? How colorful? What else? How organized? The way they move you through the lines? What else? The attention to detail. Okay, your answers are great. Your answers are great. And they're a little bit weird. Because I want you to think about this from a business perspective. I asked you what impressed you about Disney World, and I'm pushing you for answers. And we've gotten 5 or 6 answers so far. Nobody yet has said anything about the rides. And ladies and gentlemen, the rides are kind of the point. When you go to Disney World, you can't wait to go on Space Mountain or the Tower of Terror. Has anybody in the room been on the Tower of Terror? Okay, it's a great ride, isn't it? If you haven't, it's a haunted hotel theme. And you go inside and you sit down in these special seats in these elevators. And it takes you up 13 stories up to the very top. And when you get up to the top, the elevator starts to shake and it feels like it's breaking. And why people want to do this, I have no idea. But it's a 13-story free fall where you literally come out of your seat on the way down. Okay, and these seats are Scotch guarded. Because you don't want to go on this ride right after you had breakfast, okay? And when you land, it takes you back up to the top and it drops you again. Now get ready for this. That one ride all by itself cost Disney World $100 million to build. Just that one ride cost $100 million to build. But think about this. When I ask people, what impressed you about Disney World? People say, it was clean. The people were friendly. From a design perspective, that's frustrating. But from another perspective, I think it's very important because Disney World is not selling rides. What are they selling? An experience.
So here's the key point. If we're going to create that intense loyalty, we need to move from a task mentality to an experience mentality. Everything that we do as we interact with customers, we can do it as a task or we can treat it as an opportunity to create a positive experience. A server delivering a dessert in a restaurant, a nurse starting an IV, anything that we do can be done as a task, or it can be looked at as an opportunity to create a positive experience for that customer. And usually it's just a simple thing, a genuine smile, a kind word, a demonstration of care. It's very easy to fall into a task mentality. When I was working on the rides at Disney World, you're boarding thousands of people on the rides. Watch your head and step, watch your head and step. And it's very easy to fall into that task mentality. And so we used to do things like comment on what they might have written on their t-shirts, or ask people where they're from. Have they seen Mickey Mouse? I used to love to read the children's names on the back of their mouse ears so that I could call them by name. Little things. I mean, they weren't big things, they were just little things, but they created a positive experience, moving from that task to that experience mentality. So I challenge you to do this. As you're interacting with your customers, at every moment, ask yourself, am I doing what I'm doing with a task mentality or as an opportunity to build a positive experience? And just asking that question, you can't help but move in the right direction.